Again, he didn't consider the repercussion of his actions, and it caught up to him. He oversaw the venture company through expansion in Mulgore, the Stone Talon Mountains, Voltiris, Grizzly Hills, Pilozar Basin, and Stranglethorn. But here's the thing. Everywhere they go for a quick buck, it pisses people off, and folks find a way to fight back, to make it harder and harder for them to do business. Pretty soon, everyone there is attacking them, but they just keep doing it. Noggenfogger looked less concerned, less certain. That's the market though, right? Business is business. Gazlo shook his head. Business is personal. When you wreck someone's home, that's personal, and it's bad for business. They arrived at a sluice town, a collection of tin shacks that stood hard up against the sluices that ran already dirty water over the crushed rock to create a slurry that would separate ore from waste. The ore was run to a massive smelting plant, which melted the rock and purified the ore into metal. This was even worse than Gazlo had expected. The dim lights flickered badly. The air was oily and stale. His eyes burned a little. Gazlo wheezed. You gotta get this place ventilated. The air? You gotta know this ain't sustainable. Sustainable? Noggenfogger scoffed. What are you now, a shaman? Gazlo shrugged. I've been called worse by better people, but I'm glad you mentioned it. Part of why I'm here is that the elements themselves have taken offense to stuff like what's happening here. And what the venture company does, I'm hearing Azeroth is about out of patience with us and you, Mayor of Gadget Zan, leader of the Steam Weedle Cartel, and yeah, head of this operation. You gotta take your share of responsibility for that. Noggenfogger harumphed. Gazlo had seen enough. He gestured, and Noggenfogger led them back into the shearing cavern, where Gazlo called out a goblin working a machine. Hey pal, how many times has that machine broke down? This week? 5, he replied plainly. And how much production time has that cost you? The goblin resignedly turned his palms skyward. Gazlo turned his eye back onto Noggenfogger. And exactly how many sick days has your employees taken because of injury, poor conditions? Noggenfogger hesitated. Well, you know about as much about your operation as Razdunk did. He thought he was going to get rich and become a trade prince. What he got was blown up by Gallywigs. Don't worship these jokers, Gazlo said. Don't model yourself on them. There are better models. Look at the Horde Council. Noggenfogger scowled. How do you get on the Horde Council anyway, eh? What makes you so special? Nothing. The difference between me and the other trade princes is I don't think the world is just here to feed me. I learned a while back you do better when you don't make it all about you. Noggenfogger looked put upon. So what? You arrive, tell me what I'm doing wrong, and then throw me to the wolves to fix it? I get the short end and you go enjoy tea and crumpets? Meh. I don't much like crumpets. Look, I know we got a steep uphill climb, but if we don't change our business, and I mean all of us, all the goblins, not the mind, we're gonna get left behind. We need to start lifting each other up instead of seeing each other as competition, and I'm hoping that you and I can start together. Noggenfogger took a step back. Beady eyes went wide, and then scowled again, suspicion written all over his sallow face. Now it makes sense. It's not enough you got the Bilgewater under your thumb, and probably still some of Steamweedle, and your pals in the Horde to back your play.